Hey, good morning. I am going to do a little demonstration on how to weld acrylic together. We're going to use this product called Weld-On, and what we're trying to do is make a stand. This is a QR code for a local restaurant, and they like to put these on tables to display it, but you'll notice on the back I have an acrylic layer. So this is duets engraved, mounted or glued to this acrylic layer. Then I have these footers. So how do we get all this to stay together? And again, we're going to use this product called Weld-On. The Weld-On is known to evaporate very quickly. So you'll notice I just put a little hole right there when I first bought this, and it has a rubber inlay into the lid. So when you do put this back on, it's an airtight seal. Now this stuff will evaporate very quickly. That's why I didn't open the whole thing, because all I need is this special bottle with a needle nose, and I just put it into the Weld-On, squeeze the bottle, and then this extract some up into here. We need just a little more. We don't need a lot, okay? We don't need a lot. So you'll notice I just have a little bit in the corner there, and that's really all we need for this job. I'll set that off to the side just for a moment. And I've already engraved my new piece, and I've already got my acrylic backing cut out. So we're going to glue these two pieces together, just like this. Before you get started, make sure you know where the footers are, make sure the orientation's correct. So I'm going to lay that down, lay my duets down, and again, make sure it's clean. I'm just going to go around and put some drops along the outer edge. And again, it doesn't need to be a lot. Don't have to coat it, maybe some in the middle. All right, that's all there is to it. Now we're going to take our acrylic and just put on there, maybe move it around just a little bit to level out those spots I put on. To just pick it up and make sure that everything is aligned correctly. There's no overhang on any of the edges. All right, that looks good. I'm going to lay it back down now. I want to put my footers on there. So again, we're going to slide them in these slots. And I've already pre-measured this. It's a pretty tight fit, but before I do that, maybe I get just a little more Weld-On into my bottle. Yep, just a little bit. And I'm just going to put a few dots in the slots here for the footers. All right. We're going to slide our footers in there. Pretty tight fit, okay? That one's in. This one is in. Slide up and seated. Now those will dry in place, but when you have a joint like this, I like to go along the side here and just put a small bead. You may not even be able to see it, but a small bead along the outer cut there, because this stuff is so thin that it will seep into these joints here. So just get that, and then you're just going to set this aside for a little bit to let all that dry. It dries really quickly. All right, but now we have our stand that we can now give to the owner of the restaurant, and they can display this for their customers to scan the QR code. So that's how easy it is to use this Weld-On. Now, remember I said it's got a rubber ring inside the lid. So I'm going to put this back on. Well, first I'm going to squeeze out any excess I may have in my bottle. Just make sure that's good and empty. Now the good thing about this, even though I squeeze it out, this needle will not clog. So I've used this over and over several times. Just make sure it's empty. Set it off to the side. And again, I don't have to go crazy on tightening it, but just a good hand tighten. And just set this off to the side. Again, you don't want this to evaporate, because it will. And again, I'll let this sit for about an hour. Maybe do one more cleanup on any dust that's accumulated. Then I'll make the delivery. But that's how we use Weld-On to do acrylic welding with duets.